I came back down, and when I went to open the door to the McFarland room, the door just opened itself and the light turned itself on. And when you went in, all the hairs on your arms and the back of your neck stood up.
I'm here at the Tillie Pierce house, the house of a young woman who was forced to become basically a nurse/surgeon. She operated on people who were injured in the Civil War, and she dressed up wounds. The house itself is supposed to be haunted by past soldiers and possibly Tillie Pierce herself. The blue room especially, they said, has the most activity. And we're going to see if we can get inside and check this out.
The Tillie Pierce House in Gettysburg was built in 1829, and it became famous during the Battle of Gettysburg, when 15-year-old Tillie Pierce cared for wounded soldiers. Guests have reported ghostly footsteps, shadowy figures, and unexplained voices, all believed to be echoes of the soldiers and civilians who once sought refuge there. We were fortunate to meet two individuals with knowledge of hauntings at this location and others.
And I've heard that there's children, that they've heard giggling and all in here, and people talking. And between this room and the next one, this Sally Myers room. This is the Sally Myers room, which these two together, I've heard stories that people like over in the corner here and into that one.
What about the corner?
That's where they said there's been people talking and different voices and that kind of thing in there. I see.
Is the Tillie room supposed to be haunted or not?
That's the one that the video had the lamp flickering in. This is the lamp that was going on and off when they were filming in here. And if somebody's in here, you want to turn the light on? Probably isn't going to work at this hour anyway. Remember, this is the Tillie room.
Wow.
The inn had an eerie stillness the day we visited. The next room we visited was the Elizabeth Thorne room. Elizabeth and her husband were caretakers at a local cemetery. Elizabeth's husband was away at war, and she was caring for 3 young children and pregnant with the 4th when she buried over 90 Union soldiers. Our tour guides gave us some information about another haunted location just down the street from the Tillie Pierce house. It's called the Farnsworth House Inn, and we did a separate video on this, and I'll link that below in the description to this video.
So, what happened at the Farnsworth house?
Well, when I was doing ghost tour, I called my husband to come help me come in the basement, and he was sitting in the beer garden along with our manager, and he was in uniform, and there was another Confederate soldier sitting there with him, and he got up. They all 3 stood up, and he came over and helped me, and at the end of my stories, I asked him who was out there with him and Chandler. He says, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, there was a third person, a Confederate soldier. Was that a different tour guide?" And he says, "There was nobody there. But we all saw him, my whole group that I had with me, and I saw this Confederate soldier stand up out there."
When we were giving tours, they gave me a key to the McFarland room. When you give ghost tours, you go to the old part of the house on South Street and go in on that side. As we went by the McFarland room that I had the key to it, I noticed that there was a gap at the bottom of the floor and no lights were on in that room. So I went up to the garret, which is the attic, told them about the sharpshooters up there, and I came back down, and when I went to open the door to the McFarland room, the door just opened itself and the light turned itself on. And when you went in, all the hairs on your arms and the back of your neck stood up.
To learn about the spirits that haunt the Farnsworth House Inn and 3 other Gettysburg locations, check out this next video.